hope you're all doing well now during this time. So today the topic that I want to talk about is the nature of reality, the true reality and the false reality. So the reality that we see around us, it is not necessarily the true reality. It's not necessarily the reality that is supposed to be there. It wasn't the reality that was designed. It is not the reality that was designed to be. It is a reality that has been manipulated by the negative forces. So when we walk on the spiritual path, what we are actually doing is we are trying to understand reality from a holistic point of view. So it's the difference between understanding reality from a limited perspective, which we call a third dimensional perspective, which is just the mind with its limitations, and understanding reality as it actually is. So if we are to understand the true nature of reality, we cannot have a five senses limiting us. Because when we are viewing reality through our limited five senses, then we don't get the correct picture of reality. So the way to know the true reality versus the false reality is to understand ourselves as a soul, rather than viewing ourselves as an ego, as an ego perspective. But the issue is that most of us have been conditioned to see ourselves as the ego, to see ourselves as the limited mind conditioning, and to not know who we actually are. So who we actually are is an organic unit which we call our soul. And the soul consists of sacred geometry, and sacred geometry is the building blocks of the universe. It is the construction blueprint of the universe. So we have to stop understanding ourselves from a limited perspective of ego, who we are, like our name, where we live, our education, and start understanding ourselves from who we actually are, who we actually are as this organic, unified entity which we call the soul. So the ego is an impediment, the ego is an obstacle to understanding the true nature of reality. The ego is not something negative, it is just a navigation construct, because there are different dimensions, there are different levels of reality, and when we are navigating in the third dimension, we need a construct, we need a navigation system, and so the ego is a navigation system. So what is the ego? The ego is our name, our identity, our careers, our family, our friends, our lifestyle, the material things we possess, our bank balance, the way we appear to people, the social image that we create. So this forms the ego, and we get attached to the ego thinking that this is who we are, but this is not who we are. If we are supposed to understand the actual nature of reality, we start by understanding who we actually are. The ego, the way we can see the ego and utilize the ego is that it's just like cooking, when you are cooking, you need the right ingredients, okay, and you cannot put an excess of a certain ingredient. So the ego is a part of the soul, and we have to use the ego as a faculty of ourselves, because the mind is a faculty of the soul. We have to use the ego in the right balance with the higher mind, and it is this balance that helps us to live from the holistic perspective, from the right perspective. So at this point, this is the point where humans were manipulated, and how we were manipulated is the true nature of reality, the knowledge, the true knowledge was hidden from us. The knowledge is disappeared from our level of consciousness as consciousness fell. And we were fed all these false belief systems. So when we are fed false belief systems, the third eye gets blocked because the third eye perceives the true nature of reality. And when we are denied the true nature, we are denied the true knowledge, and we are fed false beliefs, that is when we have a block in the third eye. So when the third eye chakra gets blocked, our level of consciousness falls down. And then our consciousness just focuses on survival, on ego, on wealth, and all these external things, and tries to get contentment, fulfillment from these things. But what actually happens is we end up getting addicted to these things. We get addicted to materialism, we get addicted to wealth, we get addicted to looks, we get addicted to all these external things, friends, relationships, just in an attempt to find our holistic self. Because when we have rejected certain parts of ourselves, there is a pain inside. And to suppress this pain, to cover this pain, we undergo addictions. We put ourselves through addictions, and we need all these things as addictions. So when the level of consciousness of humans fell down, we became more about survival and ego achievements. The soul and different aspects of the soul were denied. It was just materialism. The true reality was removed from our perception. Our perception levels were lowered, lower to third density. So most of the humans were kind of trapped and locked in a third dimensional system, which is a polarity system. The true nature of reality is that we are the ones who create reality. We are the ones who project reality to our third eye. So what we see outside actually is an illusion. We start thinking that this is real, this is unchanging, and it appears that way in the third dimensional level of consciousness. But that is not the case. From a fifth dimensional perspective, this reality is always changing, and it is very malleable. And from a 5D perspective, it is all about being a creator and how you create your reality via your third eye. So we just don't create reality from our third eye, we create reality from our entire chakra system. And when we come to a state of balance, that is when the third eye activates, and that is when we are actually in control of our reality and we are aware of the true reality. It's what I'm talking about now. I was talking about the true reality. So the manipulation that has happened, which compels humans to create a false reality, is the polarity manipulation. So certain aspects of ourselves are fragmented. The soul is fragmented to trauma, the soul is fragmented to lack of knowledge, and then we begin creating reality from this fragmented self. When we do that, we create polarity, meaning we create an energetic deficit with certain aspects of ourselves. When a person undergoes trauma, what actually happens is certain aspects of self, like masculine aspects or feminine aspects, they become unconscious. They get rejected. And how they get rejected is through various belief systems. Certain situations that happen in our lives cause us to create certain belief systems which are stored in our chakra system. And because of those faulty belief systems, aspects of ourselves are fragmented, they become unconscious, and we lose touch with those aspects. We no longer come from a balanced point of view when it comes to those aspects. Those aspects become rejected. When I say aspects, I'm talking about different parts of our soul. So this is why we have to know our soul, who we actually are. It's not just enough knowing our ego, we have to know the construction of our soul, how our soul is actually constructed. Aspects also mean various archetypes, like say the child archetype or the teacher archetype or the warrior archetype. So these are all archetypes and they are aspects of our consciousness, which means they are aspects of our soul. So various aspects of our soul have to become known and they have to be kept in balance. If we we are not keeping the different aspects of our soul in balance, this is where we create karma, and this is where we create polarity. Because our soul is basically made of electric and magnetic energies. Okay, so the electric is the masculine, the magnetic is the feminine. When we reject certain aspects and we don't energize certain aspects of ourselves, what happens is we create an energy deficit with these aspects, and we create a polarity imbalance within our chakra system. This is when our crown chakra shuts off, our third eye chakra shuts off, and then slowly, progressively, our throat chakra, our heart chakra develops blocks, and then we begin to operate from just the lower chakras, and that is the state of fallen mankind, fallen state of consciousness where we keep perpetrating pain on each other. Okay, and this happens through the polarity manipulation. See, energy is always trying to keep a balance. So if you have a polarity deficit with regard to any of those aspects, like for example, if you have a polarity deficit regarding moon, which is the feminine aspect, or regarding Venus, since energy is always trying to keep itself balanced, the universe is trying to keep itself balanced, you will always encounter people that come in your life who try to drain your energy, and that is because of the polarity imbalance towards these two aspects, like moon or Venus that I spoke with. So you're probably going to attract negative women in your life. They could be your seniors, they could be your friends, and you will experience negative situations with these women because you have polarity imbalance regarding these aspects. It is the same with the masculine aspects, because these aspects of your soul are not in balance. You're not keeping the masculine and feminine energies balanced. Your masculine energy might be in excess, and your feminine aspects could be rejected and repressed. This happens through a process of fragmentation, on which I will make a video sometime. So this is how it actually happens. We have to start seeing ourselves as a soul from the point of view of a chakra system. So all this energy deficit and polarity imbalance that I'm talking about, the accounts of all of this is stored within each energy center. Okay, and now we are coming to the topic of karma. So karma is basically this: it is polarity imbalance. Because when you have imbalanced polarity within your chakra system, you're just going to project from your third eye an imbalanced reality around yourself. Okay, and when you have an imbalanced reality around yourself, what's actually happening is you are having psychic cords and you are having energy drain. So there is a lot of energy that is draining from your system, because your chakra system is, it's not balanced. When it is polarized, we are in duality, we are in the third dimension. When our chakra system is balanced, we ascend to 5D and we operate from a 5D state. A 5D state of reality is a reality dynamic where you have balanced energetic exchanges with people. You understand consciousness as a whole. You come into a state of unity within yourself, and you come in a state of unity with the aspects that are outside of you. So you don't operate from separation consciousness, but you operate from unity consciousness. Your third eye becomes more and more active. There are stages to it. It is not a one-time process. Your third eye begins to activate part by part, stage by stage, as your level of awareness rises. So when we operate through this unconscious, imbalanced aspects, certain aspects of ourselves become unconscious. And when we operate unconsciously through these aspects, what happens is that DNA gets deactivated. When I talk about DNA, I'm not talking about two physical strands of DNA. The DNA blueprint also exists on the astral level, on the etheric level. So it's not just the physical DNA I'm talking about. DNA basically is a set of programs. It's like a computer program. Okay, it's a set of information. So that information regarding your true self is not accessible to you, and so you function from a limited program and even false programs, which is why it's really important to understand your true self and the nature of reality. When you operate to false programming and when you operate to deactivated DNA, that is when you start creating karma unconsciously. You create karma when you are not keeping different aspects in balance. So you're creating an energy deficit. We're supposed to operate in such a way that our masculine and feminine energies are in balance, and we are not creating an energy deficit. Because whenever we create an energy deficit, it is recorded in our chakra system, and that much energy that you unfairly took from another, that much energy you will have to repay at some or the other time. The problem is that we are so short sighted, we have such a low level of awareness that we don't notice when that energy loss happens. Okay, but it can happen in this lifetime, it can happen in the next lifetime, but we don't have this awareness of seeing how reality functions in our life, because whenever you create an energetic imbalance, it has to be balanced. You have to repay that energy some way or the other, and this is when your DNA deactivates. And when your DNA deactivates, you are limited as a person. Okay, you fall in your level of awareness, and then this impacts your decision making, because now if you have limited information in your soul, in your mind, in your DNA, certain aspects are deactivated, then your decisions are not going to be right. Your decisions are going to be wrong. And this is how we create karma, through limited information. Now, when the Kundalini rises, what happens? It's a fire. Okay, it's an energy, it's a fire, and it clears all the clutter. It clears all the clutter in your chakra system, meaning all the energetic imbalance, it comes up, all the unconscious patterns, they come up. So, when your Kundalini rises, it actually is a really wonderful gift, because this means that your karmic patterns, unconscious patterns are becoming conscious fast, rather than you having to go through suffering and then healing your karma. When Kundalini rises, your unconscious patterns become conscious fast, your DNA activates faster. So this is why everybody, they go for spiritual classes and try to activate their Kundalini and do yoga and do meditation, because the whole idea is to get your Kundalini active so that the negative polarity imbalance is cleared, so the DNA activates faster. Now when you're keeping the different aspects of yourself balanced, what happens is you're projecting a different reality outside. It takes time to manifest, because this is the third dimension, and the changes that you make inside, they take time to manifest. But sometimes it happens really fast, and it is a literal change. Change happens in your personal reality, and change also happens in your collective reality. Because when you operate from a 5D perspective, reality is very malleable, and this is what we call the ascension process. So now you're not limited to the third dimension, now you're shifting dimensions. Now you have ascended to the fifth dimension. So although we are all living in one place, we are living in different states of consciousness, we are living in different reality levels. So while one person could be living in a third dimension or a lower reality, another person could be living in a sixth dimension, fifth dimension, fourth dimension. It's all in one place, but it's a level of experience that is different. So twin flames, what happens with them is they incarnate into polarity, which is the third dimension. They take on a lot of karmic patterns from the collective, from the ancestor line, and they're supposed to clear these patterns. So we experience that third dimensional limited reality, and then we also experience the fifth dimensional reality of freedom. So, our purpose is to go through the third dimensional polarized reality and teach others how to fix it, how to heal it by going through it ourselves. Because there is no better teacher than experience. You know, when you experience something, you understand the intricacies of it, you understand the intricacies of the third dimension, and you know the process of ascending out of it, and then that's how you can teach others how to do the same. So, the reality that we experience, first of all, it is not fixed, it is not unchanging. That is only an experience that happens in the third dimensional consciousness. And the goal that we have is to ascend to 5D and 6D, you know, to higher dimensions. There are no limits. It's some say that there are 12 dimensions, but I'm not quite sure about this. But there are more dimensions than 3D. You know, there's 5D, 6D. There are much higher dimensions, and the higher you go, the more unified it is. Okay. So the true nature of reality is what has been hidden from us. Okay, this is where the manipulation has occurred. We can understand the true nature of reality by understanding a chakra system and by understanding each chakra. And when we clear and balance our chakras, that is when we experience a reality that is actually true. Otherwise, we are stuck in a polarized reality where we are keeping certain aspects of ourselves fragmented and suppressed, and we keep creating energy deficits in the way we relate with people. We keep having these polarized relationships with people, and that creates more polarity in our system. And then we have to balance that polarity again. So the cycle of incarnation and then reincarnation keeps happening through polarity. You get this thing called moksha only when you come to the state of balance within yourself. But this journey is not an easy journey. It's a really wrong journey because you have to understand all the aspects of yourself and you have to balance all the aspects of yourself. And when you are in that state of balance, that's when you are no longer creating this psychic cords and karmic attachments. And that's a state where you don't have to come back again because you've learned most of the lessons of balancing your experience, you know, balancing your reality, because the soul lives in a state of balance and you have to integrate back into your soul self. You know, you cannot, as long as you are identified with your ego and attached to your ego, you cannot get liberation, because you're supposed to attain the true state, this true state of balance. And when we live a life of balance, that is when our life becomes very magical. Our life becomes full of love. Our life becomes full of joy. You know, we are doing the things that we love to do. We have the right people in our lives. We are in a state of balance between loving ourselves as well as loving others. Okay, but the first priority is always understanding your soul and understanding the true nature of reality, so that when we ground in the right relationships, we ground in the right career structures, we ground in the right habits, we ground in the right thought systems. So this is what I have to say for today when it comes to talking about false reality and a true reality. A false reality is a reality you are living, a third dimensional experience that you are living, which is a product of polarity manipulation in your chakras. And a true reality is the reality you experience when all aspects of yourself are balanced and you're living in a high frequency. You're living in a high frequency because the electric and magnetic aspects of yourself are in balance. And I will share some more as I'm guided to, because today I was really guided to share this. The title just came to me that most of us are projecting a false reality, and then we are also supposed to know how to project the true reality. But this takes time. This takes time to clear the karma that is stuck in your energy system. It takes time to activate your DNA. It all depends on your spiritual practices and then putting it into practical life, whatever that you love. But it is a kind of a handicap when it comes to your level of consciousness. When your DNA is not activated, when you're carrying a lot of polarity karma, first of all, it takes time, and secondly, it takes a lot of thinking, contemplation, and meditation, and it takes putting the stuff into practice. Okay, so it is a process. It is a process that we go through. It doesn't happen in a period of a month. It takes several years to clear and balance the polarity in your chakras. Okay, so that is when a third eye gets balanced. Okay, when our lower chakras and the upper chakras are balanced, our third eye gets balanced, and that is the time when we are creating the true reality. Okay, that is also the time when we shift to the next level of our third eye, where we can see beyond the five senses. We can hear things that are not from this dimension. We can connect and we can see our guides. Okay, so we have the ability to shift levels of consciousness, bring our consciousness to 3D, take our consciousness to higher dimensions. Okay, but that comes when karma is cleared from your system and you're not creating more of it. Okay, so I hope you'll have a nice day, and bye for now.